thank you for being here.
Sure.
We're going to start with you telling us a story about how you got Buddy.
Okay. We've had two dogs from the same breeder in Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
And Buddy is the second dog that we've had that they call older but wiser.
Mm-hmm.
So they show. And at some point, they don't want to go farther with them or something, so they place them.
Yeah.
But Buddy, this breeder was cutting back on how many dogs they were going to hold. And they had two yellow males of the same age.
Okay.
Boomer and what ended up Buddy. So we had been on a waiting list for Buddy.
Yeah.
So we got Buddy.
Yeah.
And that was almost 4 years ago.
Okay, so you didn't get him until he was 2.
No, yeah.
That's very interesting.
See, the one before, I wanted a dog, and Pam's my wife. She was like, I can't take another puppy. So we went down there and looked, and they were like, well, we sometimes place some of the older dogs.
Yeah.
And it ruined us. I mean, they're crate trained, they're potty trained. You already know what they're going to look like. And so, yeah, it's a great old people dog. You don't have to do anything.
So we got your wife's reaction. How was your children's reaction to getting Buddy?
They were all out by then. They're all gone.
Okay.
But I mean, they love Buddy, and we've always, without about a year here or there, we've always had a laugh.
Yeah.
So they're just used to us. They know we're going to do it.
How did you come to make a decision on his name? Was he already named?
Oh yeah, and they want you not to change the name, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. But Buddy, apparently, they're terrible. They're a great breeder, but they're terrible at names. Apparently, he was really white as a puppy, so his papered name is like Tidy Whitey of Fortune Labs or something like that, and they named him Wedgie.
Okay.
And so I get him in the car. I'm like, I'm not calling you Wedgie. So we just looked around and we started, about half the people up there are like, oh, hey, Buddy, and then what's his name? That's kind of what we did. We were calling him. I said, you know what, let's just do Buddy. So.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
So how long have you been visiting Clemson campus?
This is our third year.
Your third year.
Started in the fall of 22.
And why did you initially begin?
It was an exercise thing. I always say we both had a checkup and we both got yelled at for our weight. So Buddy was 108 pounds, and that was like, yeah, no. So we were walking the neighborhood, and that's boring. And my son went here.
Yeah.
And I had volunteered up here, so I was like, well, let's go up to campus. We'll walk around.
Yeah.
And then it just got to be
fun. So you mentioned your wife and your children. Tell us a little bit about them.
Okay, Pam's my wife. In May, I have an alarm set. It'll be our 49th anniversary.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And we have two children, Mike and Kathy. Kathy's married and has 3 children, and they live in the suburb of Indianapolis.
Okay.
So that's Emma, Molly, and Brooks, and they are 11th grade, 9th grade, and 7th grade. Mm-hmm. And then Mike and Lauren, they're both graduates, and they live in Greenville. Mm-hmm. And they have Brooklyn and Carson, and Brooklyn just turned 3, and Carson is 1. Yeah, so we go from 1 to a junior in high school.
Okay. Did your daughter attend Clemson also?
No. She went to Maryland.
Okay. And then what about our campus since you were turning here?
Yeah. You guys have just been, like I say, it started out, we just walk here because it was different. We started slow, but the reception that we've gotten from everybody has just been crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of fun. This is how else do I do this? This is fun for us too. So,
yeah. Well, we're having a good time also.
Good. Buddy's thrilled. This is Buddy being thrilled, by the way.
What is your favorite area to walk in, and what's like your usual route that you take?
We come in right at Helsendorf, and then we usually go through past Core, and then we go to the Library Bridge. And just depending on what time, then we'll stop for a class break, usually on either end of Library Bridge.
Yeah.
We used to do Martin. Martin all the time. But now Martin's in the shade in the morning and it's too cold, so we've been moving to sun. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, where we have more time in between class, then we'll go to Dalton.
Okay.
We almost always go to Hendricks because I sneak in the back way at Hendricks and go by the information desk, and I use the restroom. and they all know me, so they're like, "Why? I used to pay about that." Okay, thank you.
Why do you think the students here are so drawn to Buddy?
You know, to me, that's the $1 million question. And the answer is I don't know. I have some ideas. It's probably like anything with human nature. I think it's a combination.
Mm-hmm.
What I hear is he's cute, he's soft, he's always happy,
Yes.
he's chill, and they like the bandanas. We have a lot of fun with the bandanas.
You too. He's a very handsome boy.
So, yeah. So, but it still, to me, doesn't kind of explain how it's gotten to where it's gotten. Because there's a lot of dogs that are cute and soft and fun, and
Mm-hmm.
so it's probably that combination. I think it's probably that, and for whatever reason, the student body's ready
Mm-hmm.
for someone like Buddy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because we started right after the pandemic, or I think stress level's higher than it usually is, and so just they just a second to stop, and
Yeah.
and then we've kind of got to know each other now, so it's
Yeah.
okay to for a test or whatever.
I mentioned when we were speaking, I think a lot of it just has to do with how calm he is
Yeah.
and how patient he is.
Yeah.
Like it's such a difference from just like your average chat with like a human. There's just something about the animals that
It is, and even people with their dogs are like, my dog would not sit here, and they do. But I think you're right. I mean,
right.
we just walked up. We don't know you, and here's what you get.
Here he is laying on my lap.
Yeah. And he'll do that pretty much with anybody. I mean, it's cool. I mean, he knows no color. He knows no size. He doesn't care what your grade, what your dress, or anything else.
Yeah.
Everybody gets the same thing.
Yeah. Everyone does.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about Buddy, but how has visiting Clemson had an impact on yourself?
Not big guy. I'm retired, so
What did you do for work?
I'm a civil engineer.
Okay.
So I had my own consulting for the last 20 years. But, so it's helped fill some time, that's for sure. I think like I said, I just have a lot of fun with it.
Mhm.
And it's growing to the point it's hilarious to me. With the celebrity of the year now twice in a row, and the Tiger, and the video that Student Affairs did. We just got a phone call. We are invited, and we've accepted to be honored guests at the First Friday Parade in the fall now, and it's just kind of growing, and so it's a lot of opportunities we wouldn't have had, I think.
Yeah.
I like your age group. I think it's cool. I think, as a generality, I think college young men and women you're old enough that you're educated, so you could you know what you want to talk about things, but you're not so old that you're jaded yet.
Yeah.
You'll get there, but but you're not there yet. You got a lot of energy. You got a great sense of humor. So this is, like I say, this is a win-win for us.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what sustains it. You guys seem to get something out of it, and I know we do too.
Yeah. Well, we will continue to see you around campus, and I will
I hope
definitely see you at the First Friday Parade.
Okay, good.
But it's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Oh, thanks for this. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right, bud?
Right.